Yeah, but before all that, some big breaking transfer news for you. Manchester United have finally announced the signing of Bryan Mbeumo from Brentford on a 5-year contract, plus an option for a further 12 months. United will pay an initial £65 million in 4 instalments, with an extra £6 million in performance-related add-ons. Bryan Mbeumo has said this: as soon as I knew that there was a chance to join Manchester United, I had to take the opportunity to sign for the club of my dreams, the team whose shirt I wore growing up. My mentality is to always be better than I was yesterday. I know that I have the spirit and character to reach another level here, learning from Ruben Amorim and playing alongside world-class players. Everyone told me about the environment that is being created here and how exciting the plans are for the future. This is a massive club with an incredible stadium and amazing fans. We are all really determined to challenge for the biggest trophies. Jason Wilcox, the director of football, said Bryan's goals and assist record in the Premier League is exceptional. Bryan's belief in our project and determination to join the club confirmed that he was the perfect fit for Manchester United and the culture that we are developing.
Manchester United are not in talks with Red Bull Leipzig, have not sent a bid to Red Bull Leipzig, have not sent any proposal, because Manchester United want to sign a new striker, will sign a new striker. I expect it to be an important striker, of course, not just a backup. A striker who can be an important part of the project for next season and for the future for Ruben Amorim, but at the moment it's an internal discussion. What does it mean? There are directors, there is the recruitment team, there is the manager, all people at the club are discussing several options for the striker position. Benjamin Sesko is among them, because Christopher Vivel, one of the directors at Manchester United, knows the player well. Vivel was at Red Bull Group before joining Chelsea first and then Manchester United. So he knows the player, he knows Sesko, but at the moment I'm not aware of a bid, I'm not aware of a direct negotiation, so we are really at internal talks stages. And as I always told you in every video, for Man United it's really important to sell players. Now Rashford is going to Barcelona, but it's really important for Manchester United also to sell Jadon Sancho, find a solution for Sancho, find a solution for Anthony, find a solution for Malacia, find a solution for Garnacho. These things are going to be really important to understand how much they can spend on a striker. But again, Man United will sign a striker. They want an important one, but before going and saying Sesko is going to Manchester United, we need to wait, because at the moment it's just an internal discussion. Sesko, Watkins, Jackson and more. At the moment it's not decided that it's going to be one of them. So internal discussions ongoing. Man United have decided that they will sign a striker, but still not clear who's going to be the one. So let's wait a few days and then everything will be for sure more clear, because we are entering into the final 40 days of the summer transfer window.
United social media team are just putting the finishing touches on their video to announce the big new signing. Where are we at with Bryan Mbeumo?
It's only a matter of time. We know the details. We know he's had his medical. We know that's been completed. We know that he's signed his contract. It's just a case of when Manchester United say, right, here is our new number 10. Here's a player we've coveted all summer. Here is the official confirmation. But we have had some detail on a player leaving Manchester United and heading for Barcelona. That's Marcus Rashford. We've been speaking about it throughout the course of this summer. We saw the pictures of him arriving in Spain. The latest information is, and I find this quite interesting as well, because that loan year that he has in La Liga now with Barcelona has an option in it, and the option is 30 million euros, around £26 million. So we know that Aston Villa could have exercised their option on Marcus Rashford at 40 million. The price has come down for Barcelona, and should he have a successful campaign in Spain and they decide to make that option permanent, it's going to cost Barcelona £26 million, which for a player of his calibre, profile, potential, that looks like a really good piece of business for them. The good thing for Manchester United is they get the wages off their wage bill, which are in excess of £300,000, paid fully by Barcelona. And of course, if they were to get that 26 million, that would be 100% PSR profitable, because of course, he's come through the academy. So sometimes selling an academy product works out just as well financially, even though the price is not as high as if selling a marquee player that you paid a lot for in the first place. So yeah, latest detail there on Marcus Rashford, just waiting for official confirmation from both United and Barcelona that he's going to be there.
Every season, Bryan's belief in our project and determination to join the club, confirmed that he was the perfect fit for Manchester United and the culture that we are developing. There is more, but I don't want to bore Rory Jennings with the semantics. But he is a Manchester United player. Bryan Mbeumo to Manchester United, Rory.
Yeah, I think it's a good signing. I mean, it's a signing that's slightly protracted. It's taken slightly longer than it should have done. You made a sort of mountain out of a molehill getting it over the line.
We did.
But ultimately, you've got the player. I think it's crucial. You know when you were reading the statement there in Bryan Mbeumo, and we know it's true, because at one point it looked like he could go to Tottenham. At one point it looked like he could go to Newcastle. And he has turned down Champions League football in order to play for Manchester United. I think that is almost the first priority for Manchester United, because they have had too many mercenaries at the club. They have made too many signings that are there for the big check. They haven't bought into the culture of the club. They haven't particularly wanted to play for the club. There's been no love for the club. So the fact that Bryan Mbeumo clearly adores Manchester United, clearly understands what Manchester United are supposed to represent, I think that is excellent. And crucially, I mean, you can't overstate this enough, particularly with regard to Manchester United, a Premier League proven footballer.
Yeah, we need it. We need it so bad, Rory. I mean, listen.
Are you happy with this?
I'm very happy. I am. It has taken the shine off of how long it took for him to become a Manchester United player. And I was always saying in the round of negotiations that this will only be a masterstroke for Man United waiting this long if they don't end up paying what Brentford want. And in the end, we did. But that shouldn't take the shine away from what a good player he is. Like Jason Wilcott says in that statement, for the last few seasons, he's been one of the best attackers in the league, especially last season. I think Manchester United need to get back to basics and fundamentals of not doing the we're Man United, why are we going to sign a player from Brentford or from Wolves? No, that is exactly what Manchester United need to be doing. They need to be going around the league and trying to get the better players from the league where there's no settling in period. You don't have to explain to him how it works here. You don't have to wait for him to get his feet under the table and be comfortable. He understands the
Man United player who has played a key role in Bryan Mbeumo's transfer decision amid Tottenham interest. One Manchester United star has played a major role in Bryan Mbeumo preferring a move to Old Trafford rather joining Tottenham. United reportedly remain confident of signing $60 million, rated Brentford star Bryan Mbeumo this summer, despite Tottenham's interest following the appointment of Thomas Frank as head coach. Mail Sport reported last week that Brentford had rejected a $55 million bid from the Red Devils for Mbuemo. And they face increased competition for the winger after Tottenham opened talks with the Bees last week. However, his preference remains United, with one of his Cameroon teammates having continued to encourage him to make the move. That man is goalkeeper Andre Onana, who is expected to remain at the club despite a difficult campaign. One Red Devils player has been playing a major role in convincing Mbuemo to join Tottenham's. Attempts to hijack a deal came after the appointment of Frank as their new head coach on a 3-year deal. The Dane had brought a teenage Mbuemo to Brentford from Troyes and over time nurtured him into one of the most exciting attacking talents in the Premier League. Mbuemo offered a glowing assessment of Frank and his influence on him when on the F1 grid walk at the Canadian Grand Prix. The forward expressed confidence Frank will prove a success at Tottenham, while he admitted speculation over his own future was a new situation for him. "It is a bit new for me, I would say. I think it can be the life of a footballer and you need to accept it," Mbuemo told Sky Sports. "He's Frank done so much for me, he literally trusted me from the start. He developed me as a human and a player as well. So I can only wish him all the best, and I'm sure he's going to do well. He's really smart. He knows where he wants to bring the team, how he wants to play. I think he's been fantastic for Brentford. I think he's going to have some time to adapt, obviously. Champions League games, more expectations, as you said, but I'm sure he's going to do well." It comes despite Mbuemo speaking glowingly about new Tottenham boss Thomas Frank. Mbuemo has emerged as a Premier League star under Frank's management at Brentford. He knows how to talk to people, he knows how to build a group, and that's why we've been playing so well. Despite Mbuemo's endorsement of Frank, the Manchester Evening News reported that Man United remain confident of beating Tottenham to the signing of the Cameroon star. The report claims the Red Devils believe they can secure his signing, with Mbuemo having told Confidence he only wants to join Man United, despite the potential to reunite with Frank at Tottenham and play Champions League football. Since joining for a £5.8 transfer fee, Mbuemo has scored 70 goals in 242 games for Brentford. including 42 in 136 Premier League matches. Mbuemo thrived following the departure of Ivan Toney last summer, with the forward enjoying his best Premier League campaign to date. The 25-year-old scored 20 goals and provided 8 assists in the top flight last season. Mbuemo would provide Man United with much-needed firepower after Ruben Amorim's side scored just 44 goals in the Premier League last season, the second lowest of any non-relegated side.